you are new here and have just found me, then welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video and please subscribe, stick around. And if you are returning, thank you very much. Thank you for returning, and I hope you also enjoy this video. It's been a little bit longer than anticipated. I was hoping to film like 2 or 3 weeks ago and stuff just kept coming up and I couldn't find a little snippet of time to get this done. And then last weekend I was at the Crew Ladybird retreat, which was just fabulous as always. And it's now Easter Sunday. I have had a very busy morning. We've done Easter egg hunts here. We've been to my brother's and done more Easter egg hunts there. Then we were at their kids' grandma's for another Easter egg hunt there, and I've just left them there for literally about an hour. So I'm stealing this little bit of opportunity. However, the weather is absolutely glorious today, so I feel like I'm a little flushed. Apologies about that. But yeah, I'm hoping I can rattle through this and then actually make the most of a rare sunny day. So where are we? What's been happening? So it's been a busy month, 6 weeks, however long it's been. My daughter turned 7, which was lovely. I feel like celebrations have just about wrapped up now after lasting forever. She had her first sort of party with her friends. She had a roller skating party, which she absolutely loved. Yeah, we did afternoon tea with my friends. We did family parties. We went on a little family trip to the zoo. Yeah, busy times for that. We've made it through to the end of the work financial year, which was a lot, but we got there. We did well, I think, and we're straight into the next year. So yeah, no rest for the wicked there. What else have we been doing? We fed some baby lambs yesterday, which was super cute. Yeah, next door to my grandma's have some lovely baby lambs, so that was lovely. Very spring, Easter, lovely family times. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my brain is all over the place. But let's do some stitching. Let's get onto some stitching, and yes, that's why you're all here. So, what have we got for you to do? I feel like I've done quite a lot of stitching in the last month, which is good. So we'll just rattle through so I can get outside in the sun. So firstly, I have for you a finish, and I was not expecting to finish this month, so this is a nice surprise. This is Mermaid by Anna XStitch Art, who is on Etsy. And last time you saw this, I was basically pulling this project out for Mermaid Mondays that myself and Jo from Belushi Stitches were doing. And I was just pulling it out every Monday and just seeing what I could get in, basically. Sorry, my fringe is really annoying me today. Yeah, and last time you saw it, I'd done 1,450 stitches, which was 20.41%. And somehow I've managed to finish it. I think I basically had maybe like 1,000 stitches left after my last Monday of stitching on it. And I thought, well, that's quite close to a finish now. I might as well just do it. And it's done. So this I've stitched on a Chromatic Alchemy fabric. It's an 18 count Aquilo. And this only uses 5 DMC colours, and I think it's so effective. I'm so happy with it. Sorry, it's very creased. But yeah, it's all done and dusted. Super happy with that. I love the effect of the waves. As I say, using 5 colours of DMC, I think that's so impressive. Really happy with it. So that is one finish done. And as I say, not something I was expecting to finish, so even better. Where am I putting stuff? Over there, that can go. So yeah, that is my only proper finish of the month. My next sort of half whip, half finish we're going with is 12 Days of Christmas Stockings, which is by Annie Beez Folk Art. Is these patterns here. Loads of people are stitching these. It was Jess from Cross Stitch Jess that everyone is blaming for this, myself included. Yes, so my goal with these, I started them at the start of the year and I wanted to do one per month. Last time you saw me, I'd finished the second stocking and I think I was 1 month behind, which is still the case because I have done the third stocking, but really I probably should have done the fourth by now. But here we go. Oh, let's pop it behind there. Here is the third stocking. So I am using 18 count Ada for these, and I'm doing it one strand over one, just for like a slightly more delicate approach. So yeah, super, super happy with number 3, 3 French hens. So it's sort of finished, but it is missing some beads still. But I'm going to wait till I've got quite a few together and then bead them all in one go. So that is my Christmas stockings. Please feel free to join me stitching on these. And as I say, I'm trying to do one a month. So as we're over halfway through April now, I really need to get April's stocking done, which is, can I show you this? Not very easily. Let's try. We cover things up. Does this work? There you go. That's what the 4th one will look like. Just about. Yeah, so that is a plan for this month. Moving on, let's go to Colours of Summer by Stitchrovia. So this is my in-car stitching project. It just lives in the car and I stitch on it when I can. I'll pop a picture in of what it will look like when it's done. And I will also put a picture in of where you saw it last time. Now this has not had masses of progress. To start with, it's normally the only opportunity I normally get is when I'm picking my daughter up from school. Oh, that's an important thing that I left out of my little update. My little boy, he starts school in September and we got confirmation of his primary school. So that's exciting. 2 of them off to school, it makes me really sad. But easier, much easier to have them both in the same place. Anyway, in-car stitching, yes. So did I put a picture in of where I was last time? I don't know. Either way, I've not done a great deal on this. It's been Easter holidays, so I've not had stitching in the car for the last few weeks, and I don't really know what happened before. I think it was just busy. So this is where we're up to now. So I'm pretty sure I've finished this block and I've done most of this block, and that's about it. Because I'm pretty sure in my last video I thought I'd have these 3 done easy peasy, but as you can see that did not happen. But hopefully in the next month we'll at least get this done and we'll be on the top half is the plan. We will see. That's just stitched on an 18 count white Ada. I feel like I'm getting really out of breath really quickly trying to race through these. Okay, next is Greenhouse of Oddities by Lola Crow. Let's try and do the whole tablet showing to try and save on a little bit of editing. Myself and Jo from Belushi Stitches are doing a stitch along of this year. We started in January and we got the frame done in January, and then for each month following we are doing one of the 11 plantings, which should take us to the end of the year and we should have a finish in December. So I'm getting there. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen what this looks like already, but you know, always good to show another picture. Greenhouse, we're getting there. Let's guess at that one. Is this the one? Show me a picture, come on. I should have just put a picture in, shouldn't I? This would be much quicker and easier. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. That's what this looks like when it's done. Greenhouse of Oddities. I'll pop a picture in, which I will edit in, of where I was last time. And I think I'd done the second planting last time and I was at 8,000, no I wasn't, I was at 7,868 stitches. And since then, I've left this in its nerge, sorry, but I have done the 3rd planting, which brings me up to date on this one. Let's just move that out of her head a little bit if I can. There we go. So there we go. So now I am at 8,701 stitches. So the 3rd planting was the artist here with the butterflies around here. I just love Lola Crow's designs. I think they're so special and clever. Like how she gets the detail in this is just amazing with just the tiniest bit of backstitch. Absolutely love it. So this I'm stitching on a 32 count fabric from Luella's Fabric, who is just my absolute all-time fave. I just love her. It's not got a name though, I don't think. No, it's unnamed, but yeah, it's sort of like a mossy green sort of a colour. Quite mottled. It's beautiful and perfect for this design. So in the month of where are we? So it's April now and I'm up to date. So in the month of May, the fourth planting, brain, come on, is like down here, I think, somewhere. I think there's like, what is there? I think it's something around like this thing. Great description, Emma. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving this, and it's really difficult to put it down after doing just one planting. I just want to carry on, but I will stick to the plan. So that is greenhouse of Oddities. Not the only greenhouse you will see in this video. Right, moving on. Home of a Needleworker by Little House Needleworks. I did not take this out the bag. Here it is. So this is another stitch along that myself and Jo from Belushi Stitches were doing, and I think we're both failing at, to be quite honest. So this is what it looks like. It's by Little House Needleworks, and the plan was to start this in February and do a bit of stitching in February, March and April with the aim of a finish in April, and that is just not happening. I'll pop a picture in of where I was last time, and I'm pretty sure that I finished stitching on this immediately after the last video of where I'm up to now, and that is it. But what I have done is finished the house, which is massive. Like, that is a lot of stitching in this little house. So I have made progress, but obviously I've still got a lot more to do, and realistically this ain't going to be finished this month, but never mind, I'll get to it eventually. So yeah, it's a very pretty house. I just need to do some writing and other stuff, but yeah, I'll get back to it eventually. This is stitched on a 32 count Murano, just as why I got sort of natural Murano, and yeah, we'll return to one day. Okay, now my next two are old whips that I've pulled out. And the first one I was really happy and excited to put some work into. And that is Mini Sunflower Cottage by Heaven and Earth Designs. Dona Gelsinger is the artist. So if you have not seen this, it looks a little bit like, nope, come on, this. Is super pretty and super colourful. And I started this back in, I think it was 2021 with Stitchman Darcy. And we both started it and we both absolutely loved it, and we didn't get very far. So I'll pop a picture in of where I was last time you saw it, and I was at that point at 5,840 stitches, which was 10.36%. Now, myself and Darcy set ourselves a little goal to get to 33% by the end of this year. And I'm on it. I'm on the case. Not as far ahead as Darcy is. Definitely go check out his videos if you want to see his progress, because he's really on this at the moment. But this is where I got to. And I think that is quite substantial progress. So I am now at 10,472 stitches, which is 18.58%. So we have done nearly 5,000 stitches. So I'm almost sort of, not quite, but I'm getting on for double what I had done at the start of the year. So that's not too bad. So still got quite a way to go to get to the 33%, but we're getting there. I think I've got about another, I'm pretty sure I worked out that 33% was about 18,000 stitches. So I've still got like another 7,500 to 8,000 stitches left to do, which is quite a lot, but we're only in April. So I still think this is a doable goal. But yeah, working hard. So I've got quite a lot of this blue done now. I've still got more blue to go. There's still an awful lot more blue to go. But yeah, I've got a little bit more stuff done down here, I think. I've done all this pink up here. So it's really getting somewhere now. And I really like it. So this is just on a, if I haven't already said, it's on a 25 count Lugana, easy count, gridded, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, super happy. I have put that one away for now. I did get myself into a really good little plan, and I was really pleased with how I was stitching, and that's since fallen apart with retreats and things. But I'm going to try and bring it back because I really enjoyed doing it, and that was that basically I was doing my Mermaid Monday. I was from Friday to Sunday, so over the weekend, I was stitching on something that like I really needed to do, whether it be like a current stitch along or, well, yeah, basically like stuff that I was really trying to keep up with. So like the greenhouse, the stocking, any other cells that I was doing. And then that left the weekdays, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to do sort of older progress on whips basically. So more stuff that like I wanted to work on rather than stuff that needed keeping up with, if that makes sense. So that was what I was doing, and as I say, I was doing really well with it. And I will bring that back because I think that was a good plan for me. Not too structured. I don't do well, I've learned that about myself, I don't do well with like proper structure, like having set things to work on at set times all the time. That is not for me. But a little bit of a plan is helpful. So yeah, that was good. That was good planning. So I think I'm going to try and get back to that. I think. We'll see. We'll try our best. Anyway, right, the final whip to show you is Southern Seas Beauty by Al Forest Embroidery. Let's see. Is this one I can show you easily? So this is in Saga rather than what's the other one? Pattern Keeper, which I'm still trying to get my head around. I feel like if I go a while without using it, it's really tricky to sort of get back into. But I'm getting there. Anyway, Southern Seas Beauty. We're getting there with this one as well. We're trying to load. Oh, is it loaded? Here we go. That's what this one looks like when it's done. So I absolutely love this design. And I'll pop a picture in of where I was last time you saw it, which was 2,442 stitches, 32.84%. And this is where I am now. Let me just move some clips out the way. Here we go. So this I'm stitching on a Stitchman Darcy fabric. This is 18 count and it's called Tangled Up in Blue. And I love the combination. And the threads are the called for Al Forest threads, which are sort of variegated. So now I am at 4,318 stitches, which is 58.06%. It's coming along very well. And the only reason I've pulled this out really is, so as I say, it was the Ladybird retreat last weekend. Sorry, adjusting position. And I was at a point in my stitching where I'd sort of caught up with most of the things I needed to be up to date with, apart from Home of Needleworker, but we'll forget about that one. And I'd sort of put Sunflower Cottage away, and I'd essentially just taken like a bag full of about 15 whips with me, and I was like, I don't really know what I feel like stitching on. So I was sat next to Cross Stitch Jess, and I was like, go for it, pick me something. And she was just, she didn't even look what project was in it. She just pulled out the bag that she thought was the prettiest, which was this one, very colourful, from Cross Stitch Bunny. There's all my lovely threads in there. And that was this project. And she pulled it out and I thought, okay, that's fine, we'll give it a go. Thinking that I'd maybe do like the rest of the day on that and then maybe switch it out for something else. But yeah, I worked on this for 2 days. So I got a lot done because retreats are always very good stitchy days for me. So yeah, super happy with that. And actually, I think I'm going to leave this near the top of my whip box because next month, May, is Mermania, which is where we stitch on mermaids throughout May. This is a stitch along that myself and Jo from Believe She Stitches do, obviously, because she's my Sal queen. I do have a big plan for Mermania, but this will be a close second, I think. And then whatever I don't get done in Mermania, no, I want to get this finished in May. I do want to get this finished in May because the person I have in mind to gift this to has a birthday in May. So that would be quite good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's try and push for this. This should be a finish by the next video. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that's really coming along nicely. And it's so colourful and pretty and I love it. Right, that's all the whips. So we're moving into new starts. I've got 2 new starts to show you. One of them I mentioned last time and the other one is completely random. So the first one is Fantastical Greenhouse by Tiny Modernist. Obviously we're already doing the Greenhouse of Oddities by Lola, and then when Tiny and Modernist announced they were doing another greenhouse, I took one look at the sneak peeks and was like, yeah, I quite fancy that one. So I started it. and I stitched and stitched and stitched, and I really, really love it, and it's so pretty. So currently this is a 5-part stitch along. The first part was released in February, I think. Yeah, so we've got February section, March's section and April section out, so we're on part 3, and there's 2 more parts to be released, and somehow I'm almost up to date. So this I'm stitching on the called for fabric, which is 32 count Picture This Plus Nessie, and this is where I'm up to. This colour is, that's a little bit better, it's quite like a bright light blue. Anyway, yeah, I'm nearly up to date. So I've done the whole of the first 2 sections, which is across the bottom here, and then part 3 is this top section here, and I'm pretty sure I've got about 900-ish stitches left on the top to do. So this is going to get tackled first. I'm leaving this out until this is finished, which I'm hoping I can get done in the next couple of days, and then I'll move into my other plans to tell you what I need to do next. But I love this. The only thing I haven't done so far is the back stitch. There is a little bit of back stitch, and I thought I'll just save that till the end. I wish I could pick this colour up properly. That kind of looks a little bit more accurate, like down here. This bit down here on this angle looks better. But yeah, the colours are amazing. It's so bright and just joyful stitching. And I must say, I've got to blame Crafty Emily for this one, because I'm pretty sure it was her that gave me like the final push. After seeing her start on it, I was like, yeah, I've got to do it. And please go over to Crafty Emily to check her out, because she's doing something really cool on this. So all the outline of the greenhouse is done in white, and I think she's going to do it all in beads. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. So yeah, there we go. So as I say, I'm going to finish part 3, and then part 4 will come out at the start of May. And my final new start. So this is completely unplanned. This kind of links into my haul a little bit from Ladybird's retreat. So I'll talk. Let's do a bit of a retreat chat. So Ladybird retreats are probably my favourite retreat to go to. Jo's retreats are just wonderful. It's just great. I just love the fact that I turn up on the Friday. Some people go on the Thursday. I'm really jealous that I can't go on the Thursday, but never mind. I turn up on the Friday. I've paid for the whole thing. I've paid for my room. I've paid for all my food. I've paid for the stitchy room, etc. All I need to do is turn up for the weekend. I leave my car, I turn my car off, and I'm just there. I'm there for the whole weekend. All my food is provided, and I can just sit and eat and sleep, and it's glorious. I love it so much. And she has a really good selection of vendors at these retreats as well. So we have Hawkins Hobbies, who stock lots of Mirabilias, Bellas, a lot of Glendon Place, a lot of Mill Hills, a lot of fancy stuff, I would say, Hawkins Hobbies stock. They also have Luella's fabric. Sharon is just amazing. I just love her fabrics. Who else do we have? And then we have Rachel from Talking Dog Stitchery as well. She's been at the last 2, I think. And yeah, it's a very dangerous retreat because it means a lot of spending, which is good that I've already paid for everything else, although like everything else is in my control, sort of. So Talking Dog was there, Rachel was there with her shop. And I was like, I don't really need anything at all. I've had a good hunt around. I don't need anything. And then she had a wonderful rail of fabrics, and they kept catching my eye, and I was like, there's some really cool fabrics up there. And then Jess from Cross Stitch Jess had her wonderful Greenhouse of Oddities. No, although that is stitched on a Talking Dog fabric. Books of Magic. And she'd been stitching that on this wonderful red fabric, which was really cool. And then another lady at my table, Gulsen, who is on Flosstube, and I'm just going to pause that section to go on to a little shout out. Go and watch Goo on Flosstube. She's only just put out her second video. I think her name is Gooey Glam Stitches, but I'll make sure I link her down below. Goo is just hilarious. She had me in stitches all weekend. pardon the pun. But yeah, she's just great, and definitely go and check out her videos. She definitely needs all the subscribers to go her way because she's so funny and chaotic, but she's getting more organised, and I'm so proud of her. Anyway, she'd bought from Hawkins Hobbies a beautiful, I think it's a Nora Corbett that she bought, and then she was like, I want to start this now, what can I start it on? So she went and had a rummage around Rachel's shop and pulled out this beautiful red fabric. And so she started stitching on it, and then Jo, Ladybird, who organised the retreats, also walked past with this fabric, and I was like, I'm getting real FOMO here. I feel like I really need this fabric. So obviously I went and bought myself some of this beautiful red fabric. And then someone, I think it was Jess, or maybe it was Beth Chadwick, who was also sat on my table. Someone suggested we should do a sale of this beautiful red fabric, which is Weeks Dye Works Aztec Red. And somehow I ended up rummaging through my pattern keeper. I had my master set of DMC with me, so I didn't really have any excuse. And I picked a pattern and I started it. So I have started, this is a very long way round, me saying I've started Queen Bee by Yasmins Made with Love, which looks like this. And I've seen this on Alissa Jones' channel recently. Is she Alissa Jones or is she AJ Stitches on here? Anyway, I'll link her below. She's also just got a new Etsy shop with a pattern out, so go and check out Alissa. But yeah, she'd been stitching on this, and I've seen it around for ages, and I bought it ages ago. I just hadn't got around to starting it. So that's what I started. And this is the fabric in question, which is not going to show very well, is it? It's sort of like a dark red. That seems to be showing a lot brighter than it is, and it's also getting a lot of reflection through it. Let's pop it against this project bag a little better. So anyway, I'll bring it in so you can actually see the stitching. So I'm at 845 stitches on this, which is 10.95%, and that was just in one day at the retreat. So yeah, so as I say, this is Aztec Red by Weeks Dye Works, and we are doing a stitch along which we have called Aztec Red Sal. If you have this fabric, please find something to stitch on and join us. If you don't have this fabric, head on over to Talking Dog Stitchery and get yourself some so that you can join in on this stitch along. And very excited, I now have an affiliate link code thing for Talking Dog Stitchery, which means that you get 5% off your Talking Dog Stitchery purchases, including this fabric. I think, as far as I know, it's on anything that's not already on sale. So you get yourself 5% off if you use Emma X5. Go for it. Enjoy. And get yourself some of this lovely fabric while you're there. Yeah, so that is my final new start. Unplanned, but really happy with it. I should also add as well, after this had been discussed, poor Beth didn't have any of this fabric and refused to go and buy herself some. So I just cut off half of mine, gave her that, and made her start something herself. So all four of us around the table were stitching on the same fabric at the same time, and it was lovely, really nice. We won't talk about the whip count getting higher and higher and higher, but never mind. It was something that I wanted to start anyway. So yeah, that is all my stitching. I did not race through that as quick as I hoped I would. Anyway, let's just have a little adjust. But let's have a little drink, and then we'll go into some haul. I want to do a couple more shout outs and a little bit of plans. Let's do the shout outs first. So I've already mentioned Goo, who you definitely need to go and watch. While we're here, go and watch Jess and Beth, because they were on my table as well, and they're always just fabulous. So yeah, go and watch them. I also want to mention Elaine from Ellie Welly Stitcher, because I think a lot of you came here on my last video because Ellie shouted me out, which I'm very grateful for. Hello Elaine. Thank you very much, and welcome if you've come over from Elaine. I super appreciate it. So yeah, thank you to Elaine. And then the final person I want to shout out, this is a brand new Flosstuber, and I only found her because she sent me a message. Now, her name is Emma, and she is at Rose Cottage Creates, I think. I will link her down below. She's got 90-ish subscribers at the minute, so I think we should all go over there and give her a little boost and say hello and tell her I sent you. So anyway, Emma messaged me a few weeks ago now, basically saying, I had to message you. I've just started my own Flosstube and I've just discovered yours, and obviously we share the same name and we're both from Southport. So yeah, two of us in the same town on Flosstube, which is just brilliant. So yeah, please go over and see Emma. She's quite new to cross stitch. She's done a lot of crochet. And as I say, she's new to cross stitch and she's learning the ropes and she's doing brilliant, and her videos are really good as well. So go and check out Emma and yeah, tell her I sent you over there. Give her a little subscriber boost. I think that'd be really lovely. Okay, move along. Right, haul. So I have a couple of bits of haul, and I only had a couple of bits, but then the retreat happened. I'm really having a good few coughing fits in this video today. I'm hoping I will edit them all out, but I feel like my face just keeps looking a bit more redder and redder as we go. Anyway, haul. Right, this first bit of haul links into my plans. So I mentioned it in the last video, and you'll probably notice I still haven't started it, and that is Extraordinary Birds by Lola Crow. The part, no, it's not classed as part one, is it? The frame has been released for this. And I've bought it, and I plan on starting it as soon as I finish that little bit of the Fantastical greenhouse. So my first bit of haul for this is the fabric that I'm going to be stitching it on, and that is this, which is, I think it's called Ancient. Yeah, it's a Picture This Plus fabric. I've gone for a 32 count Ancient. Let's fold this up a little bit, and it's sort of a browny, yellowy colour with some splashes of like a grey blue. It's really beautiful. And this was one of the, it wasn't the called for fabric, but it was like the, if you can't get the called for, then this is a close second. So yeah, that's what I've gone for. So that's the first part of my haul. And I'm really looking forward to starting that this week. Hopefully, where are we? Sunday, maybe by Tuesday, I can really get going with that, because I really would like to have that frame done before the first part is released. Now, I don't think that is likely because the frame is massive, but we'll see. We'll see how far we can get. My next bit of haul to show you is a Gecko Rouge kit. Now, I love Gecko Rouge and I love Lorna Lane, and those two combined are just brilliant. So as soon as I saw that this new Lorna Lane had been released, I looked at it and was like, yeah, that's a little bit of me. And it arrived in the post, and it is this. How stunning is this, please? It is called Sunset Moth. I think I've gone for 25 count. And it's the full kit, so all the colours are in there, the fabric's in there, the needle's in there. And I just think it is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. I can't wait to stitch on that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's just going to get shoved in a drawer for a while, but I can't wait to stitch it. So yeah, that is my new Gecko Rouge kit. And I'll come back to Gecko a little bit later because that forms my Mermania plans. In fact, should we just do that now and then plans are done? And then we can just get onto the retreat haul. So speaking of Gecko Rouge, next month being Mermania, I've shown you my Southern Seas Beauty, which is one of my plans, but my other plan is a Gecko Rouge, and that is to start this beauty, also by Lorna Lane. Sorry for the glare. Is this just called Mermaid? I think it's just called Mermaid. I've got a matching needle minder. The kit's all there, the thread's all there, the fabric's in there. I'm going to get this started as close to the 1st of May as I can. Unless their plans have changed, I'm pretty sure Joe from Bluesy Stitches and Kelly from Animal Instinct will be starting this with me as well. Super excited to stitch that one. Right, they're the two main plans for the next month. Let's move into the retreat haul. I hope there's not too, I didn't go really wild, but there's a little bit to show you. So let's finish up with Rachel first, Talking Dog Stitchery. So obviously I got the Aztec red fabric, and then one piece of fabric couldn't come home on its own. So I also got this piece of Weeks Dye Works in Tin Roof. This is also a 32 count, which is not showing at all. That's really blowing out. It's darker than that. It's like a green colour. No, it's green. It's called Tin Roof. It's really beautiful. Go and use that code MX5 if you want to treat yourself to a little bargain. I hate that. Yeah, that feels weird. But anyway, there you go. So that's my Rachel haul. Then let's go on to Luella's fabric. As I say, she's the fabric queen in my eyes. I love her fabrics so much. I wasn't going to buy anything, but I had to go and have a look, and obviously ended up coming away with some fabric. So the first piece I've got is this. It's called Matcha, and it's a 40 count because I'm really loving my 40 counts at the moment. It's a fat quarter, so it's a lovely size. And how beautiful and bright is this colour? It's really, really lovely. So there we go, that's Matcha, and this fabric is so soft and it's lovely to stitch on. I've started a few pieces on Luella's fabric now and it's absolute joy to stitch on. That's blowing out a bit. So yeah, super bright, super lovely. So that's Matcha. Then I picked up this piece, which I think it got given its name while I was there. But this is called Tan's Hair. And if you don't know Tan, please go and check her out because she's brilliant. She is the monogamous cross stitcher. And as soon as you see this piece, you will know why it is called Tan's Hair if you have seen Tan. So this beautiful fabric, what is this? This is a 32 count, huge piece. Is this not absolutely beautiful? I have no idea what I'm going to stitch on it, but I just love it so much. I think it's so bright and vibrant, and it's Tan's hair. It's Tan's hair in fabric. So if you want a piece of this, tell Sharon at Luella's Fabric that you want Tan's hair and she'll apparently know exactly what you mean. And then the final piece that I have is, I was eyeing this piece up and Jess was also eyeing this piece up, and I was trying to get her to get it and she was trying to get me to get it, and then in the end we were like, should we just get half each? So that's exactly what we did. And this is a 32 count and it's called Under the Sea, and it is this beautiful greeny turquoisey blue colour, which is not showing accurately because my camera does not like blues and greens. But there we go. So I've got half of a fat quarter. Does that make a fat eighth? I don't know. It's this big. And then the lovely Rachel had her serging machine thing with her. So she serged the raw edge for us as well, which was great. Perfect. And then because I am a member of Luella's Fabric of the Month Club, she brought that along with me while we're there. So this is is it bi-monthly? Is that when you get it every other month? It's one of them anyway, an every other month fabric. And this month is this lovely sort of yellowy tan sort of colour. Really, really useful. So much stuff that this could be used for. So I get a 28 count from her, 28 count even weave, and I get a fat quarter. So yeah, beautiful. I've never ever seen a bad piece of Luella's fabric. It's just stunning. Then we'll move on to the raffle because that also involves Luella's fabric. I feel like I'm such a fangirl. I think, Sharon, you need to give me some discount codes for all this promotion. Anyway, on the raffle table, she had very, very, very kindly donated a voucher that I won at the last retreat, which I was so grateful for. And she donated another voucher this year, which somebody else was very lucky to win. And then when I got called up, I spotted this piece on the side, this lovely little pattern and fabric, and I noticed that it had been donated by Luella's Fabric. And it is this beautiful ladybird pattern for ladybird retreats, and it is by Hands On Designs, and it's so stunning. And she's put in this lovely pink fabric to stitch it on as well, so it's so pretty. So yeah, thank you very much for putting this in the raffle for me to win. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the de-stash table. So there's always a really, really, really well stocked de-stash table at Ladybird Retreats, and I didn't go too wild this year, but I did pick up a few bits. So I picked up this really cute fabric. No, this isn't fabric, this is a pattern by Scissor Tails Designs, who I've never actually heard of. But yeah, this really cute little scissors pattern. I picked up this piece of fabric, which I have no idea what it is, but for the bargain price of £2, I was like, yeah, that's coming home with me. So it's a pretty sort of pinky, bluey, purples, greens. It's really, really pretty. So yeah, looking forward to finding something to stitch on that. And then the final thing I bought, which for the bar, I had to get 3 people to check that this price was correct. And I even went over to the lady that was selling this and I was like, are you sure this is what you want for this kit? It is a full kit, not opened by the look of it. How stunning is that for £3? 3 English pounds was all this cost me. And I've done this pattern so many times before. And look, it was meant to be £27 and I got it for 3. So yeah, absolutely stunning. Can't wait to stitch on that at some point. Don't know when, but you know, nice to have. Right, that's all my haul. That's all my stitching. And just a final thing to add on the Ladybird retreats is the raffle. So we have a raffle every single retreat and there's always a charity nominated of some kind and everyone is so generous, and we end up raising so much money for charity, which is lovely. And before this retreat I asked Jo if there was a charity nominated this year and she said that there wasn't, so I asked if I could nominate one and we nominated Elsie's Story, which was set up in honour of, in memory of one of the girls that was killed in the Southport stabbings last year. So yeah, I asked if we could use that charity because it's a charity very close to my heart, and Jo very kindly said that yes, that would be the charity that we nominate to, and we raised £400 for that charity, which is like the most we've ever raised for a charity at the retreat. So yes, I was very touched and overwhelmed by that, and yeah, I will pop a link to Elsie's Story in the description as well. Just in case you'd like to donate to them also, because yeah, it's a really lovely charity. Anyway, right, thank you for watching. This is much longer than I hoped it was going to be. I want to go and sit in the garden for the last 10 minutes and put this away. So thank you for watching. I feel like I've raced and rambled as always. I'll see you sometime in May, I hope. Hopefully we'll be like mid-Mermania and I can show you some nice pretty mermaid stitching, hopefully. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you soon. Bye bye.